Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Archive of Solitude, and today we're going to talk about why taking responsibility is actually achieving power, getting power. Because it's really simple. I can give you the core principle of it really quick. Because it's taking action. And if you can take action and take risks, you are destined to be great. But let's get more into detail. The first reason why taking responsibility is taking power is that people depend on you now. Now that you actually got something that other people are dependent on, they need to go to you. They are dependent on you. And if they're dependent on you, you got the power. You make up the let's say all the rules. You make up the way that this interaction is going. Because you're the one who is actually taking responsibility in whichever way. Let's say you have a business and you are the one running the business. You are the one who's CEO, and you got customers or you got people who work for you. You have responsibility for them, but they're dependent on you. That's why you have responsibility. And in other ways also, like if you look at a household, for example, the more responsibility you take, the more power you get. Because let's say it like this: if you are doing something in the house, if you're taking out the trash, often enough, you're expected to take out the trash. You have no responsibility of taking out the trash. Now you have actually some value in the house. Because if you are not present, if you're, let's say, on holidays or somewhere else, people are actually going to notice, well, the trash is not being taken out. And they will notice, all right, this man, well, they won't say that, but you actually got some power in the house. And the more power you take up, the more power you have. That's why the mothers, the housewives, let's say, they have the most to say in the house. That's why we say this, because they are taking care of the house. That's why they have all power in it. So you have to see it like this. And the other side of it, which is a little bit annoying, is that if you take responsibility, you are also expected to perform, and you are also being blamed for everything. Because I even got this thought because I was talking to my sister about something, and it wasn't like our family or other family. It was just like in a series that like a grandpa was judging his son that he didn't keep up the family well enough together. And she was like, well, it's not his responsibility to do it. But guess what? He did take that responsibility. He did try to do it, and he did do it for some time. So if you start doing it, you are expected to do it in the future. You're expected to do it always. And you will be judged if you don't. And yeah, that's something you have to live with. That's something you have to consider when you take responsibility with stuff, because it's just it's just like there are cons and pros, but I'd rather be powerful than powerless, because to be dependent to people is really bad. It's like the most powerless state you can be in. Like, you are just lucky to be even alive. You're basically lucky to be alive. If you're dependent on people, if you're dependent on your boss, if you're dependent on your parents, you're basically lucky, because there are parents that throw you out as soon as you're 18 years old. There's your CEO, your boss could say, you know what, I don't want to run this business anymore, I'm going to sell it. And the next owner is going to just fire the half of the staff. You're just lucky right now. You're just lucky if you're dependent. And same goes for me, man. I'm living with my parents, so I'm lucky as well. I'm not trying to judge you. I relate to that, but yeah, that's really it. And I'm trying to take more responsibility because of it. I'm trying to contribute to the house. I'm trying to buy stuff for the house. I'm trying to make the house better. Buy like cooking stuff. Buy new furniture. I'm trying to do stuff like that. I bought some of the washing machine, so I'm trying to contribute. I'm trying to contribute more and more, and I even would like to pay rent. But my father wouldn't take rent from me. That's the thing, but he's smart. My father is smart. But it's two-sided. Like, my father doesn't want to take rent from me because he doesn't want to make my life harder than it is. He couldn't take money from his kid as well. It's like that thing that he tries to do good, and he doesn't want to take money from his kid. Like, that's like sin for him. All right, that's not permissible for him to take money from his kid. But also, he doesn't like. I believe it's also a thing with ego, because he like intuitively we know that when people give us money, now they have some responsibility. Now we have some responsibility. Because let's say, like, we don't have many arguments or something, but let's say it's really typical that you would have an argument and you would get threatened. It's not really serious, but you will get threatened by getting kicked out if you don't abide some rules, you know, some really little really little unnecessary rules, like not really important or anything. And if you don't abide to them, you will get kicked out or something. Everyone like has experienced that. So he couldn't do that if I was paying rent, because I'm paying rent to live here. I'm not abiding the rules to live here. I'm paying rent, so it's maybe something like that as well. But that's more intuitively. Like, I don't believe he thinks about that. But yeah, one day I'll probably also pay rent, just to make it sure. I want to do even more. I would like to pay off my dad to not go to his job anymore. Well, he doesn't have a job. He has a company, but still, I wanna pay his what's it called when people like stop working, like when they get old. I just want to give him money so he doesn't have to work anymore. That's what I want to do. And my cat wants to go out. Yo, Mr. Cat. Come here. Let's show you to the people. Come here. Come here. But for example, I have now taken responsibility of this cat. In that way, I also have power over this cat. I can tell this cat what to do, what to not do. If it's gonna listen or not is another question, but yeah, and that's also something I have to add to all of this. When you actually take responsibility, you have a say over people. Because that's like the same thing as you're just accountable now. And if you're accountable, you need to have authority. If you're responsible, there's no responsibility without authority. There's no accountability without authority. If you're gonna make me accountable for something, I need to have authority. There's no other way. And that's this way in companies, in relationships with people. You know, when you have men and women going out, well, if the man is responsible for the security of the woman, then he has authority in some way. He can tell her what to wear and what not. And not because, well, maybe because also might be jealous, but also for their security. Like, he doesn't want people to do some dumb stuff. So he wants, like, say, all right, don't wear anything too much revealing, you know? That's just an example. But what else? Like in the house, if my parents are responsible for my safety, they have some authority over me. They have to tell me, all right, you have to be home at this time. Not later, not earlier. Well, earlier is fine, but not later than, I don't know, 11 p.m. Okay, you have to be home. So, you understand what I'm trying to say. Responsibility is taking power. And you should try to take more responsibility, but only of the stuff that really matters. Like, don't, like, that's like, for example, don't get a dog, don't get a cat, don't get a bird, don't get a fish. It's a good exercise to learn responsibility, but like, well, a fish doesn't live that long, but the other animals, like, they live too long, man. You gotta pay for their you gotta literally pay for a hotel for them when you go to another country for a holiday or something. So, ain't no way I'm doing it. And they're waking you up at midnight because they want to take a pee outside. So I'm not doing it. Especially he does this. Come here, man. I'm gonna show him to you real quick. Come here. Let's show you to the people. This is him. Alright, come. Ow! Wow. Ouchie! Here he is. He is really tipsy. He's really old. He's 7 years old. And I don't want to take this responsibility over him. And every time there's something to do for this cat, I'm always saying, look, this ain't my cat. This ain't my cat. If it were for me, I would give him back. I would let him be anywhere. I don't want to take responsibility of him. So yeah, but he's still cute. A little bit ugly, but cute. Okay, go. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. There's nothing much else to say about this. But yeah. If you want more power, take more responsibility, but only be wise in choosing what responsibility you take. Don't buy motherfucking pets, all right? Just don't buy pets. If you do that, you're basically good in a lot of ways. But yeah, that's basically it. If you like this video, don't like, don't subscribe, don't comment. Just get off your phone, take some responsibility, choose wisely in what you do, take responsibility in. And other than that, get off your phone. Get off YouTube, delete Instagram, delete everything. Go out and live. And if you don't, I'll see you tomorrow.